Hey everyone, this is Kitty from Roadie Free Radio. In this clip, Larry talks to Erica Rust, who is a systems engineer at Wavelength Engineering LLC and has worked for Sound on Stage. Erica talks about how she first got interested in sound engineering and how she taught herself the basics. If you want to hear more from Erica, you can listen to the full episode number 122 from February 9th, 2019. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Here are Larry and Erica Rust.
When I was in high school, I used to spend all my money going to concerts and buying records. That was my major activity outside of school. And I've always been just so passionate about music, the way that it moves me when I listen to it. You know, people could call it like a transcendental experience, or, you know, the way that a lot of people are very passionate about their art. And I've always wanted to be able to convey that same sense of passion that I feel when I listen to music to other people. And I sort of came to realize that working on the technical side of things would allow me to shape the audience's experience so that I can try and make them feel that way going to their favorite concert, the way that I do when I go see my favorite artists play, and let them have that moment, as it were.
Who were some of those early bands or concerts that you went to?
Oh man, there's just so many. It's hard to name. And some of the ones that have stood out aren't, necessarily, huge acts too. Like, I remember there was this band that I saw open for, I think it was, I actually don't remember who they opened for, but they were called Vue, V-U-E. And I saw them years ago, and they were the opening band, never heard of them before. And the performance was so moving, like they had so much energy on stage that it was one of those shows where afterwards you immediately go out and buy the album at the merch booth or look them up online because it was just so awesome. You're like, how do they have so much energy?
Yeah. Nice. So this was a passion early on. Yeah,
I would say I didn't always know that I wanted to be on the live sound side of it. That was until later. Like when I first went to school, I went to school for mixing albums. To work in the recording studio.
Yeah. And before we get to that, so music was in your family, it sounds like. And I know you took violin and guitar, and yep. Going to see these bands, taking those instruments and being a musician, did you think early on that, like, well, maybe I'm going to go the musician route?
Well, there's always a joke that kind of circulates through the engineering side of the industry that sound engineers are failed musicians, or, sound engineers are musicians that never made it. But I thought about going that route, but like I said, I think the technical aspect of it ended up drawing me more than the performance aspect of it.
Yeah.
I enjoy being sort of behind the scenes, making the show happen, rather than being in front of the stage and the center of attention.
How did some of that early, like in high school or in grade school, did you start gravitating toward the theater, world as well, and start working on plays behind the scenes and that kind of stuff?
We had a theatrical department in high school, albeit small, and I participated in the acting side of it, but it wasn't really till college that I got into more the technical aspect of audio and in that sort of side. Although I did play in a couple bands growing up, in like when I was in community college, for a couple friends and I played in an all-girl punk band called Orphans.
Nice.
We had one show.
Just one?
Actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm getting confused. We released one cassette, and then I don't think it even got released. I think it was more like we recorded it in a friend's basement, and we're hoping to release it. There's another band, though, that I had with some other friends called East Bay Doom Squad.
Nice.
And that was the band that we played one show total.
Wow.
At an underground warehouse space over in Oakland. That was fun.
You made your mark, dropped the mic. That was it. Hey, what's happening, roadies? It's Larry here. Just wanted to thank you so much for listening to this short clip. I really hope you got something out of it. If you can take 2 seconds to head over to iTunes and drop us a review or a comment, we would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Keep listening, keep coming back, stay healthy out there, and remember, no roadies, no rock and roll.